Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of NoSkillCraft. Flying in here to my base to show a couple things that I've been working on off camera. But before I do that, I guess I should probably mention the fact that in Monday's episode, I mentioned that there's going to be an episode in between it and the one that actually came out on Wednesday, a community episode. It didn't happen, people were sick, so we didn't do it. But we'll be doing another community episode again next week. So yeah, it was a double-decker villager upgrader episodes is what we had instead. So first we're gonna go through this little door here. Whoop. And I built a little semi-automatic cocoa bean farm. You basically just come over here, push this little button, boom, and you get a whole bunch of cocoa beans. And then you just gotta replant it. It's got 60 cells, so it doesn't take very long to just rip along, replant them all. And you can also just stand here and bone meal them if you want. Once I get this replanted, I'll jump up and around in the back and I'll show you the wiring for it. It's pretty simple. It's just 2 rows of pistons that push up and a couple of monostable circuits to make those single ticks. That way it's super fast. Let's go here. We'll go out here. We should still be able to get in there. I don't think that I've done any of the closing up of the circuitry up here. I'm pretty sure it's just a big wide open room. So essentially there's just 1 row of redstone here and a row of repeaters going into the ones on the bottom, and the button comes in and it powers this line, and then this repeater over here adds an extra, no, this repeater down there as the additional tick, so this one fires 1 tick after the ones down there, and since they're both using monostable circuit, they're only 1 tick pulses, so you get that really fast up down. I basically didn't want, oh, I fell inside, this gap that's there to ever really show down here, so you shouldn't really never see the redstone. You do for like a tick. If you can see the redstone in that single tick, then congratulations, you're a machine. So let me break my way out of here. And we'll just... oh, my inventory is totally full. Let's throw some cocoa beans out. And why did I only get... good enough. Okay. And then... oh, down here. I've been working on this little section down here, which is going to be my railroad transportation hub. Right now it's just got a single track that goes down to the docks. I'm going to build a second one that goes down to the biome dome underwater, as well as a few others. Eventually there'll be a few tracks that go like into the central area, some community projects, and of course I got this little system, push the button, get a minecart, when you come back it gets knocked and pushed back inside, ready to go again. So pretty basic stuff. What I got in my inventory here is a bunch of empty maps, and I'm going to travel over to the industrial park and explain to you why I've got a bunch of maps in my inventory. Alright, so here I am in the industrial park. There's the mob spawner, so we're like basically in the center near the back of the park. And this is the office building that Red Shirt has started to design. I mean, I helped a little bit. I suggested these iron bars. That's probably the extent of my input. We worked on this a little bit yesterday to figure out the design idea, and now he's going to replicate it and build the actual tower. But in the basement level there's going to be what we're going to call the war room. Can I get back up on there? Probably not. Where we're going to do like our on-screen discussions during community days and stuff, just to kind of have like an area to do it in, because why not? Why not? My task today is going to be to build a map of this area that's going to be basically on the wall of that. So I've got this gridded out in the same kind of format. So basically this is boop, the main section, and I'm gonna have to fly around. And why am I off the map? I don't... just barely. I'm just barely off the map. So I need to like go down to that corner and stuff and just make sure we've got everything showing, and then I'm gonna put them on here. Boop. And we're gonna have a map of the surrounding area is done up, and then this will get moved down into the war room when that's ready. So let's see, where do we gotta go for this one? It looks like it's down by the breeder, so let's put this in my offhand so I can keep seeing it, and we'll go fly down. I think it's already cleared it. Yeah, it did. So let me find a spot here where I can land at, and take a look in here. So if this is this one, I guess we can go in any direction. We're pretty close this way, so let's fly right over here. Oh, out. And we'll put this map here, and it should be, which way did we go? Why can't I? Oh, I put unused map. I wanted the used map. So it's the one that is on this side, so it's this guy here. And we gotta put it in this hand so we can actually use it. And alright, so I guess we keep going this direction, and we'll just do the last one that needs to be over here, and then we'll start doing the next row. It's not gonna take too long to map this out at all. I should probably fly, it would have been a lot faster, but it's too late. I'm already here. So it should be like right around here. So let's do this, put this guy here, and boom. And we need to get that back corner down there. So let's fly up. Oh god. Alright, so we got it. Now let's go back and set these up and make sure that they line up and look good before we start messing around and doing more. Flying to the little map place. Oh yeah, that pro flying skills, right where I wanted to be, pretty much. I need to get out of my offhand. There, and here. Yes, so that all maps up and looks good. So, all right. Yeah, let me go ahead and get some more of these maps done, and I'll be back in a second. Quick little update here. I got I guess a little more than half the map complete. It's taken basically no time at all, and I am keeping it on like the lowest zoom level because I think it looks better this way, because you can actually see stuff. Like there's our trading hall, and there's the breeder. Right there would be where our breeder feeder is. There's the storage system. This is the tower, and then we'll have like the iron farms are going to be over in this section. Red shirts, food village or food farms and stuff. So I think it's better when you can see all the details. So let me pop these guys off because I need them as references to do the next batch, and let me get this this map completed. Alright, should have the last pieces now, so I can pop you here, come on, and then you in here, and then this one should be all water, because of course it would be. Why would we have any that was not all water? There's actually a couple of them that are all water. Ooh, did I miss a spot right there? Might have to go out and fix that. And this here. And this guy, this guy. Yeah, so that looked weird for a second, but that's right. Isn't it? No. Is it turning in a weird way? Because this should be down here. Why is it turning? Because this should match up to that top corner. Something weird is going on. So that is this guy. That is this guy, and it twists. What is going on? Because right now, look, see, If you look in the bottom left hand corner, that's where the breeder is, but when I pop it on here, it turns, because now it's up in the top corner. Let's see if relogging fixes this. No. Why not? Let me figure out what's going on here. Alright, I got it. I had to take and replace the item frame for some reason. But now it's on there. It's all set up. So which corner, which one of you is wrong? You're good. So it's this one that has the mistake on it. Well, not the mistake, it has the unseen bit. So let me go fly and fix that, because it should be this way. Oh, come on, fly. Oh. I should show up on it here. See, and there we go. And it was like down in this corner, right? I should almost definitely have it now. Let's go back and put it in place and see what we get. I need to pick up some rockets too before I run out. I only got 13 left. Oh, come in and oh, almost perfect. There we go. We've now mapped, well, this is the industrial park here, and like this is just outside of the spawn chunks, and then we got a little bit on the sides. Not too shabby. I like it. I kind of wish this was shifted down more, but that's just the way the maps kind of worked out, because if we didn't, we wouldn't see the breeder at all, so, or the trading hall at all. So this is the way it's got to be. This is the way it's got to be. Stupid mapping, but I like it, and I hope Red Shirt and the rest of them like it too. So I'm gonna leave this here, and we'll see what they say when they log in and check it out. But for now, I'm gonna head back to my base, and we're gonna discuss the next plans. So we are back here at my base, and I've done a little bit of digging in here. So I've started what's going to be a tunnel that goes all the way down here. Run down the tunnel, and if I actually pop this open, you can see it comes out on the other side into this other weird little valley that I may or may not do something with. We'll see. It's got a cool little waterfall over there. So this valley has some merit. We'll see what we end up doing with it, but for now I'm going to keep it blocked up. And what I'm going to do with this hallway is there's going to be a series of tunnels and ladders and stairways and shit going to various production places. So we've got the industrial park with all the stuff being generated en masse, which is fine. I like it. We got all of our shit. We got all the materials we could ever need, but I want to build some of it here just because why not? It's going to help me fill up some of the space I have. I've got a lot of space with this base that needs to get filled up so I can start tying things together aesthetically with the whole valley. So, you know, if I start digging tunnels and stuff, then I have to do something with this area and make it, you know, accessible, and that forces me to kind of do more with this without affecting, you know, the botanical gardens. That was a pranky gift, I guess we'll call it, so we're going to keep that as long as we can. It may eventually have to get burned to the ground, but for now we'll keep it. But yeah, we're going to build some tunnels and some stuff in here, and yeah, it's going to be fun. I don't know exactly. We're going to start with a mushroom farm, I think, because it's one thing that we don't have any production of, and brown mushrooms especially are useful for the fermented spider's eyes, for making the damaging potions, which I'm going to need a fair bit of because I have an upcoming project where I'm going to be doing, I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. For now, it's just like the hero trials, where there's going to be a place you go and a series of things you need to do, and you're either going to live or you're going to die at each stage. You know, you're going to get multiple chances. You know, there's no life limit or anything, but I need like a lot of arrows, which luckily we get a shitload of at the industrial park, and potions of Hurdy potions. So I think a mushroom farm is going to be the first thing I build. So what I need to do is extend this tunnel down a little bit just to give me room to dig a long narrow room for the mushroom farm. So let me dig this down a little bit more and we'll get on with that part of it. So I've dug out this little bit of a room here and worked out a way to make the mushrooms get taken out. So basically this observer is going to see when the mushroom grows, and the sticky piston is going to pull the block out. It's going to break the mushroom, which is going to make the observer fire again, which is going to make the sticky piston fire a second time and put the dude right back where it was. So yeah, it's a pretty easy system. I'm just gonna have to replicate this the whole way down and then set up some kind of hopper minecart system to go through and pick up all of the tasty mushrooms and drop them off into some chests that I'm going to set up right in this area here. And yeah, we'll be able to get some mushrooms out of this bad boy. So let me go ahead and get this thing laid out. I don't think I'm going to do too much decorating on the inside of this room because it's just a mushroom farm. It's growing on mycelium though, so I can spam torches around, not have to worry about light level. I just don't want mob spawning in here because that would not be fun. Yeah, I got a bunch of mycelium the other day because I decided I needed some leather, and the easiest way to get that is to go perform cow massacres. Well, mushroom cow massacres on Mushroom Island. So I went and completely genocided 2 entire mushroom islands worth of cows. So I've got tons of leather and a bunch of mycelium, so I can build this fancy farm out like this. I am going to need red mushrooms and brown mushrooms because you need to alternate these every so often. I think it's 3 every 3. I'm going to do 3 anyway because it seems like a good mix up like that. So let me get the rest of this structured out and I'll be back in just a sec. So the whole farm is built. I've got rails going around underneath, and then they come up into here into this little minecart unloader system, and then into just these 2 double chests because I don't need a whole shitload of mushrooms. So you just grab one of these bad boys, and then I'll slide around under here and stick it on there, and off it goes. And it should come around, go up there, bounce and go back. And if I jump up, oh god, if I can jump up on here and throw down some mushrooms, I could have just thrown them right out of there. It should come around and get them. Oop, pick them up. Now it should come around here and stop. It didn't stop. Why didn't it stop? Does it have anything in it? Let's go stand in its way. It's got mushrooms in it, so why isn't it stopping? Oh, I bet you I need to take the reed out of something else maybe? Why is this not working? It's minecart unloader. So if I put a hopper minecart onto here. No, stop moving. I want you to stay there. And if I put mushrooms into it, why are they not getting pulled down? Is this hopper locked for some reason? Does it get locked if there's a powered on rail on it? If I throw just something on it, does it suck it up? Oh, it is dropping everything in, just slowly. So why does this not trigger off though? Stop rolling. Alright, let me diagnose this little minecart unloader and see why it's not. Because if I break this hopper and then I put an item in there, it shuts it all off. So why is it not doing it as items flow through? Maybe it's just not. Maybe it's too slow or something. So let me figure this out. So I got this system working now. I had to lift it up one because it was having too much speed and it was making it like right here on the rail. So when it was powering, it wasn't getting kicked forward. But it's a much simpler system that I worked out here. So if I go up here and I throw these guys and these guys, you can just watch the mine cart's up there now. So when he comes back around, he will go boop, grab them both. Well, all of them. There's more than just two. And he'll come sit there and unload everything that he's got inside of himself. We'll help him out here a little bit. And as soon as he's done unloading, off he goes to pick up more. And we come down here, and in the chest is all of our mushrooms. Hooray! We have built a successful working mushroom farm. And as much as I said I'm not going to decorate in here, I think I'm going to throw some blocks down here. And if I do that, that still gives him enough room to get in there, right? Oh yeah, he's got plenty of room. Alright, so there we go. We built a successful mushroom farm. This block is important, so let me switch it out with something to make it known importance. Wait for this to go make its pass, and then we'll go boop and boop. Because that is the block that bounces the minecart back and forth. This one is not important because it was just a temporary stair for me to get up, and that one over there turned into that. So, alright, successfully built the mushroom farm, and I have seen it fire a few times. So I know that the actual design is working and mushrooms are growing on the mycelium and we're getting some mushrooms. Like I said, we're not going to get crazy amounts of them. Let's make sure that it's empty. And we should get enough to satisfy. I wish we could grow just brown mushrooms because red mushrooms really have no use to me. It's the brown ones that I need for the fermented spider's eyes. But what can you do with then you got stuck with the metrics. But that's going to be it for me for this episode. If you enjoyed it, go ahead and smash that like button. If you're not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe because we've got some I got some exciting stuff coming up in the upcoming episodes. And other than that, that's it. I'm out of here.